So they'll be calling you a radical. So I'm in the historic Ogden Union. I want to talk a little bit. There used to be the big chalkboard right there. They got stole out of here. This place was so unkept, so I think that this historic grand building. So there used to be a big clock right there. It got stole out of here. Probably sold for scrap. And so we go from the Golden Spike,
yes, sir,
to bringing in nuclear waste.
Huh?
To bringing in nuclear waste. You know, they passed it. We are 700,000 tons.
Yeah.
You know the Utah legislature passed it?
Yeah, they're putting it
I'm the only one down there fighting them. I'm fighting them tooth and nail.
Good.
It was me by myself. Dirty Herbie promised me he would veto it, and he lied.
Of course, yeah. There's a whole bunch of stuff that they're
So, on the 100th anniversary of this celebration, I'm from Ogden. You know who was the keynote speaker here?
You.
Oh, I was 9 years old. John Wayne. So we go from John Wayne to Dirty Herbie.
Yeah.
Keep up you guys' good work.
Thank you.
I'm on your list.
Are you?
I'm on all of these committees.
Put your voice in the box at least. Put your voice in the
I have one of those
Put
too,
your
but
voice in the governor's box at least. You want it?
oh, he knows me personally. I'm in his face. You can look it up online. Me and him go at it.
Okay, good.
Oh, I get my camera right in his face, and I go at it with him.
Good.
You know, so, by the way, Sierra Club sold us down the river, so you know.
Wait, what happened?
Sierra Club sold us down the river.
Meaning?
They quit being the anti-nuclears. You know, I was part of Hill, Matt, and we were anti-nuclear energy. Yeah, so Hill, Matt quit, Sierra Club, Greenpeace sold us down the river.
You recognize me or you don't? I've been to some of their events before.
Yeah, I remember you at the event last summer. Remember we had it at the library at Hill of Utah?
How you doing, sir? I wasn't there.
Oh, that wasn't you.
There
was some young guys there.
I just went to the Ridge for Resistance breakfast.
You what?
Well, Matt and I was, you know, Hill was founded as an anti-nuclear energy movement.
Well, we're trying to stop it.
And now Jim.
So probably shouldn't be part of Sierra Club anymore then because they're not supportive.
Well, Ashley runs it now. She's mad at me, and I love Ashley. She used to be with us, but come on.
I'll talk with them.
Well, get this.
They want to cut it down to 85%.
What? The state of Utah, nobody knows that they were passing this bill. I said, why didn't Sierra Club run a 15-second ad on KSL? The state of Utah would have rebelled. They didn't know. I don't have the money to do it.
I don't know. I don't have a job.
But Sierra Club does. So
I'll get their minds.
Good for you. My name's Kevin Wentz. Yeah, keep up. We're trying, right? We're trying. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. We're only...
this generation will do something.
Well, I call you guys... I have a radio show at Weber State now at 3 o'clock on Mondays. You're more than welcome to come be on it anytime you want. Show up at Weber State, the Union. And you're more than welcome to come. We have a big viewership. Yeah. Yeah, and just show up at the radio station and you're more than welcome to speak you guys' platform anytime you want.
Thank you.
You anytime.
Do great. Don't do any good. Do greatness, not goodness.
Right.
Goodness is not me. We need to do greatness. We need to get empathy.
Amen. Amen. So, these murals, he came in, my auntie's the one that brought him in here. So, Ogden was so derelict, they were going to tear these murals out. This is his last lane. He came in his last job before he died. He came out of his studio in Brooklyn and restored them. There were millions. And I want to say this because the 100th anniversary of this, John Wayne was the keynote speaker. So the 150, we have Dirty Herbie. Now this is important because in the 100th anniversary, always the Native and the Chinese have been a giant part of the celebration. Especially the Native Americans, the Shoshone. They did parades up and down. Governor Herbert didn't allow the Shoshone or any of the natives to speak this year. They weren't allowed. And it was very disappointing and disheartening. So he had one of the Chinese up there. I talked to him after they're from L.A. I says, well, you do know what they did with the Chinese here. You do understand what they did. Well, They mass murdered them. They were slave labor. So we go from slave labor then to slave labor now. Governor Herbert, the usurer Utah, is all about turning Utah into the supply chain hub from China. So he has her speak up there. They slaughtered the Chinese. They mass murdered them. They mass murdered them when they got done with them. You go out there where the spike is on the island. It's how they mass murdered them. They were slave labor. You know, so I want to talk about this. So go ahead. So I worked on this documentary in the day. It was a graduate student at Weber State. And I'll post some of the stuff on the Union. This is not the original Union. The original Union burnt down. Now this was a marsh and a swamp. And it came from Corinne. They put it here. And this was a graduate student at Weber State that did this for the Sesquicentennial. It's very good, by the way. It's called Junction City. You've never seen it. And so I helped work on it in the day. And so this burnt down. And while they were arguing to restore it, there's Honest Abe.
She and I took a stroll.
I'm glad to see you made it, Abe.
I noticed.
I'm glad to see you showed up.
Because there were two fellows in blue.
And so we go from Honest Abe to Obama and Trump. So
I think that was a lovely street.
the nuclear waste coming into our place.
The lady was.
This is a masterpiece. It's just a grad student, and it talks about the brothels, talks about the Chinese labor. It burnt down. It was a gem, and they were going to restore it, but a piece fell out of the tower and fell down, and killed the clerk, so they erased it. So they rebuilt this one. You should have seen it when I was a kid. Chandeliers in there. I mean, this was till 1980, and then it was a max exodus out of Ogden, Utah. You know, the Brownies, the D's, the Wattises, all these incredible fortunes that were established here in this incredible working class socialist town, Mariner Eccles. They took their money and they ran to California. And so I'll keep doing more on this series. You know, so the benches, we finally got those restored in there because, you know, that was a big deal just to get that done. I mean, I did a lot of restoration on this building over the years, a lot. I restored the Masonic Temple, you know, single-handedly. I hung from a rope in 2009. They wanted to tear it down. I single-handedly hand children brought that back. Kevin Blanche, me. I've done hundreds of restoration projects. Of course, they hate me because they don't want to know the truth. So Dirty Herbie brings the Chinese. There was no native presence in this song, which is outrageous. I mean, outrageous. I mean, this is who they are. And the ceremony was, you see, it was pathetic, you know, very sad, actually. So, the great Junction City, you know, hopefully the weather will get a little better. So I'm going to keep doing these. They're not going to rewrite history on me. Sorry about the visuals on my camera. It has a mind of its own. We'll do more. Stay tuned.